For the second straight week, the Texas A&M football team is home, and we are back in the fan zone, and there is a fall feel in the air. Howdy and welcome to Aggie Game Day, presented by PizzaHut.com, PizzaHut.com and your Texas best Chevy dealers. Little wind blowing through here as we get you ready for Texas A&M and Rice.
We have a lot to cover over the next hour. We'll hear from both teams about tonight's matchup. The new look Kyle Field obviously still generating a lot of buzz. And Steve Folhart will join us a little bit later to look at the stadium's playing surface.
Sharp-dressed Sam Kahn of ESPN.com will join us as well to help break down this matchup. You'll also talk about some Texas A&M recruiting, and of course our Aggie Game Day analyst Jordan Pugh is here. Jordan, looking forward to this matchup with Rice. A little bit different than Lamar.
Oh, always looking forward to it. Whenever you get A&M back on Kyle Field, you got to look forward to it. I'm excited.
All right, we've got some keys to the game coming up. We'll get your reaction to that, and those keys are coming in the opening drive.
Now, Jordan, as a defensive back, did you ever think about teams just coming in, thinking they might not have a shot, just going deep, trying to get some scores on you early?
Oh, all the time. All the time. When you play teams like Rice, you know there's nothing to lose. Now, as a defensive back, this is the game where you got to be ready. You know, they're looking to embarrass you, trick plays, big passing plays, anything that they can get to get the advantage, so you're always ready for that.
Under Kevin Sumlin, the Aggies seem to always strike early and strike often. For opposing defenses, what's the mindset like when you think, okay, we've caught our breath and we've just started, you look up and you're 14 or 21 points down?
It's embarrassing, it's tiring, and as an opposing defense, you got to do anything you can to get that ball back to your offense. And, you know, when you play a team that's quick striking, scores fast, the goal is get off the field as fast as possible.
All right, we're going to break down this game a little bit more with you later in the show, so stick around.
All right.
Right now, we continue to roll on here on Aggie Game Day. Texas A&M enters.
Welcome back to Aggie Game Day, presented by PizzaHut.com and your Texas best Chevy dealers. It's time now to get an expert opinion on the ball game, and for that, we bring in our analyst, Aggie Game Day analyst, Jordan Pugh. And if they'd have been just a couple of seconds earlier, they'd have seen you dancing, wouldn't they?
Me?
Yeah, I saw you grooving.
Was I? The music must have just taken me.
Natural.
I didn't even know it. Back to football, Jordan. The Aggies won by 70 last week. How much can they really take away from that win over Lamar?
Well, when you win by 70, there's a lot you can take away from that game. You know, offensively, we talked about keeping the rhythm going, and that's exactly what they did. They kept the rhythm, the flow, the chemistry of the offense going. Defensively, eliminated the big plays, and you saw that when you hold the team to 3 points, you eliminate all the big plays.
The secondary is your expertise. Did you see improvement from game 1 to game 2?
Oh, definitely. I think the first game they gave 300-plus yards passing. This game, it was around 150 or something like that. So, you know, when you see basically half the number dropped in half, that's a big improvement, and especially only giving them 3 points and eliminating the big plays like I talked about before. So, you know, there was a great improvement by the secondary.
Through the first 2 games of the season, they have 2 interceptions and 1 fumble recovery. I think those numbers are the right ones. Any concern that they're not generating or creating more turnovers and playing takeaway a little bit more?
Well, as a defense, you want to generate turnovers. You want to get the ball back to the offense as soon as possible and as much as possible. But you also got to remember, it's the first 2 games of the season. It's early on. And, you know, it takes a while for the defense to gel, the chemistry to come for a defensive unit. And so as the season progresses, as the season moves on, you should see more turnovers take place.
Seems like the front seven's getting a lot better pass rush on the quarterback this season. How big is that in the success of the defense? I mean, just because you guys aren't going to have to cover for 7 or 8 seconds, maybe 3 or 4 now.
Well, as a defensive back, the pass rush is your best friend, especially in a league and how it is now. It's basically a 7-on-7 tournament everywhere you go in football games now, with the spread being such a big, integral part of an offense. And so when you have that pass rush, that's essential to a defense and it's essential to a team in being successful.
You were on the field last week, honorary captain. You got to do it twice. Congratulations,
yeah.
But you were there. You saw how the end zone is now enclosed. It was extremely loud, especially before the delay happened. Can you imagine when this place gets rocking, how much that's going to help a defense and how loud it could be in there at some point?
Well, as a defense, there's nothing like it. Now, defense, you want to disrupt the offense, take the time in away. You want to just create as much havoc as possible. And then when you add the crowd on top of that, the noise, that's exactly what you want as a defense, and especially as a defensive player, to create turnovers and make plays. So to have that crowd, that added bonus, or that 12th man, that's huge.
Jordan, we can't thank you enough for coming back. I thought maybe we had chased him off last week, but
oh no, you couldn't do that.
he returned, and we really appreciate your expert opinion, especially coming in this year with the fact that the defense needed to make so much improvement because last year, I mean, they kind of struggled. So you're a guy that's able to see exactly what's going on, and it's more than just the numbers.
Well, thanks for having me. I love being here. I love being back at my school, back and watching my team play, and it's been a great, just fun. That's the only thing I can say. It's been fun.
It'll be very interesting when they're back here in a month to get your perspective. See how much this defense has changed. 3 straight road games. That can't be fun, by the way. You got to go on the road for 3 straight games.
As a player, you hate it, but you also love it as well. And then you talk about turnovers. We'll see all the turnovers that they get in the next 3 weeks.
But we'll have a lot to talk about in a month. So good.
All right.
Keep up with the team, and we'll get your expert opinion on that here in about a month. This is one of 11 games going on today in the SEC to get us caught up on all of the action that's